So it looks like it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. Chapter 11 predictions begin. What's going on, guys? My name's Anthony, or Big B Stats, and today I'm going to be talking about Roblox Piggy Chapter 11, but we're also going to be talking about a really big topic around Chapter 10, the mall. If you are enjoying the Piggy content on the channel and the predictions, remember to leave a like and share this video, and also feel free to subscribe for more, and if you're new to the channel, and if you just want to stay up to date with more Roblox Piggy. And if you want to show your further support, you can always use star code BIGB2 when purchasing Robux. But with that being said, let's get into our Piggy Chapter 11 predictions. So Chapter 10 turned out to be probably one of my favorite chapters thus far. The storyline was phenomenal and revealed the most thus far in Roblox Piggy. The map was incredible, and it also hit a lot of people that were predicting multiple things about this chapter. And it was just overall a fun experience and combination of things to do and complete and just escape. So Chapter 10 reveals a lot, and I must say that the notes in Chapter 10 were probably some of the toughest to see as well. As you can tell, the notes are getting harder and harder to kind of make out and see, because I think once I realized that these notes are hard to see, it was around Chapter 8, I would say, like with the notes being like upside down or kind of behind something to where you can barely see it. Chapter 10 was definitely one of the toughest ones to spot these secrets, but we did go over all the notes. But what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be talking about one note in particular, as it is raising a lot of suspicions. So I want to share with you my predictions and my theories on this. Again, this may not be 100% right, but I think we are going in the right direction. I must admit though, if you go back and look at our video right after Chapter 8 or Chapter 9, I believe, where we talk about, I believe it was our first Chapter 10 prediction, we predicted that George the pig, yes, would be behind the dumpster, and it turned out that we were right. So I'm super happy about that one, and a lot of you guys were also right as well about that and agree with me. So that's something there that was quite cool. If we get everything else wrong, we got that right. Just kidding. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Actually, you know, playing Chapter 10, making it to the end, and then we find out that George Pig is still alive, which we assumed. George Pig escaped in Chapter 1, if you did not notice. You hear the sounds, and basically you are the police officer going to look for George Pig. So in the end of Chapter 10, there was this scene, of course. It was it was probably one of the longest as well ending cutscenes, shall I say, in Roblox Piggy. And it revealed a lot, and we do know in Chapter 11 we're going to be going after Mr. P again. Still in the run from Mr. P. But I want to talk about this one note in particular. I will cover up some other notes later on, but again, I want to focus on this one. And this note was in the room with the blue key. I don't actually remember what this room is, but you need the green key card to get in there to get the badge for the bank. So this note says, "Don't trust the S." And then you don't really see anything else after it. It looks like it's cut off or it's just stuck under there. Maybe someone was trying to hide it. There's some really cool theories that I'm going to be pointing out later that you guys all suggested, so stick around for that one. But I'm going to share with you what I personally think this note means and what it could possibly mean, and yeah, just kind of share my theories and predictions on it. So don't trust the S. It's funny how they're also, you know, having these sentences or these lines of things that really match up with a lot of the S. So when I say that, I mean it could be things like don't trust the sandwich. Just kidding, it's not don't trust the sandwich. Imagine in Chapter 11, we get a sandwich, and then this is where we have to choose. And if you didn't read this note, you eat the sandwich and you die. Just kidding. But don't trust the S. This could mean don't trust the super potato, don't trust the safe place. And I'm also going to get into two things that would also relate to this in the ending of Chapter 10, which also makes it very interesting. Don't trust the sisters. Check that out. So, and the reason why I would either say it is going to be Signal or Sisters, unless this possibly changes, but if you really look at the note, it looks like there's an I next to it. Like you can kind of see that there's an I. It's not cut off at the S. There is like an SI there. I'm also going to put a poll in the video as well. So after I break down the sisters and the signal on what they mean, I would love to see what you will vote in the poll to see what you actually think this means or what you're thinking it may possibly mean. So let's go ahead and break down what we think it means if it says don't trust the sisters. Now this reveals the chapter 10 ending, because in the ending, you meet the sisters, Z and Zuzi, which is actually Zizzy's sisters. So you finally meet Zizzy's sisters, and they were lovely in the end of that. They even said you look funny. Maybe they're suspicious. No, but they said you look funny, and they seem really, really nice. Now, they are going to be taking care of George while you go with Giraffe, Pony, possibly Molly Mole. You guys are going after Mr. P, and George is going to be stuck there with the sisters. So that's something there that could, maybe something happens to George. Who knows? Maybe I'll get into more detail with that at a later point. But it can either be don't trust the sisters, as in Zizzy's sisters, or it can be don't trust the signal. Now, Pony also came about, and I forgot to mention that Pony will also be going with Mr. P as well, like with you all. It's like a group now going after Mr. P. Pony comes to you and says that they tracked a helicopter signal. Now, if you don't know this helicopter signal, remember in hospital when you leave, you go up to the rooftop? Well, guess who left in a helicopter? Mr. P. So we are aware that this is Mr. P. You even mentioned in the end, like, Mr. P. Like, you know that Mr. P's in a helicopter. I mean, Mr. P is kind of fancy, I would say. So yeah, it can either be don't trust that signal in the helicopter, or don't trust the sisters. Now that's if we're reading this note right, and again, it really looks like it says don't trust the S, and there's an I next to the S. So yeah, that's something there, and that's why I think maybe it's not the safe place. Maybe it's not, the super potato. So yeah, those are just things there where I'm kind of staggering on, at least the sisters or the signal. Now, in my personal opinion, I feel like it could be, I would say don't trust the signal. As much as, it would be a jaw-breaking turnaround if the sisters actually do something to George. Like, that would be insane, but the signal would mean a lot, especially if you didn't pay attention to this note as well. It would also be kind of a shocker if you see this signal and you have to follow it, and if you didn't really read that note. Maybe we'll get like an option or something like that. But I don't think the ending will turn out to be like, let's say we skip to chapter 12. I don't think the ending is going to be like you have to fight Zizzy's sisters as the boss. So I think it would be Signal, as it's leaning more towards Mr. P. So I'm going with Signal, but who knows? What if it is the sister? But with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take to the comments on what you guys think about this particular note. Don't trust the S. Angela says, the note that said she broke out refers to Mousy, which explains why she can only hide and roam the vents upstairs. Oh my goodness, that is such a good theory there. Grayoka says, don't trust the SI-signal. At the end, Pony tells you that he found a mystery helicopter signal. I think it's a trap. Again, I'm leaning towards Signal as well. Hannah Berry says, don't trust the signal. If you saw the ending, Pony said he found a mystery helicopter signal. Maybe George wrote all the notes. That could very well be. I definitely think George wrote some of the notes pertaining to being scared, acting scared, finding food, and hiding, because that's all the things he did. So good job on that. Muna Chim says, theory, when you, Pony, Zizzy leave to go see Mr. P, someone infected will get into the safe house, where the non-infected are maybe TSP, the super potato. What if Mr. P and TSP are working together? This might be leading into a trap that your character, Zizzy and Pony, is falling for. They might be spying on you. You might find Bunny later in the chapters. She's probably working for them too. Or she's only said that she will turn into a monster because she wanted to protect you, because they are spying on us. I really hope you see this, Big P. Is this gonna turn out to where Bunny is actually doing that? I'm gonna be thinking on that, but wow, good theory. Owen says, what if TSP really means the silent people? I think I mean that, because the writer is probably infected and can't talk, so they write their words on notes. Something to think about. Mushu says, when I read the note that said she escaped, my mind instantly went to the mouse in the vents, which I think her name is Mandy Mouse. That is such a good theory, you guys. Very good eye on pointing that out. Do you think the note that says that she's scared or she broke out is actually Mandy Mouse? Joseph says, I think the don't trust the SI note actually says don't trust the sisters. Oh my goodness. Caillou says, when it says don't trust the S, I think it's either don't trust the signal, because at the end Pony said he found a helicopter and stuff. Maybe he's betraying us. Or don't trust the super potato, TSP. I think they are framing Mr. P. I also think the note that said she escaped or something, I think they're referring to Mandy Mouse, which also connects to back why she's in the vents in upstairs. I'm really thinking that's why. So theory for chapter 11. I think that chapter 11 we will find Mr. P and capture him, but then we will find out that he is being framed and TSP was the one giving out potions, and Mr. P agrees to help us catch TSP and find out what it stands for once and for all, which might happen in chapter 12. Finale. Also in the first part where I said that Pony might be betraying us, and maybe when he gets infected, then maybe also Zizzy will get infected on the helicopter. So on chapter 12, you'll be alone. Just theories. That, to think about it, we haven't really been alone in any of the chapters, so maybe you're on to something there. That would be quite tough. Cuddles is cute says, the note says, don't trust the signal. Matic125 says, Big B, I don't say don't trust the SI. It says don't trust the safe place. So guys, what do we think it says? There's definitely an SI there though, 100%. And that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Some really awesome theories from you all. I look forward to hearing your theories and predictions. If there's something you want to know, let me know down below in the comments that you think I should cover as well. There's gonna be some theory videos out too pertaining to chapter 11, so be on the lookout for it, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss these predictions and theories, and up to date when the chapter actually comes out, and much more. But thank you all so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, feel free to leave a like and share it, and also feel free to subscribe and if you're new to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.